Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to inhale with the ocean breath like so. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Two more rounds. Inhale. Going back to your normal breathing. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. If you're coughing, that is great because you're letting something go. Now turn your focus onto the candle. Cutting any cords with you in a situation, with you and a person, anything that you need to let go of in this moment. You can burn the cords with the violet flame. You can allow your eyes to close or allow your eyes to soften as it focuses on this flame. Allow Mother Earth to help you by giving it to her. Allowing yourself to be free. If you have any anger that you're feeling, feel that anger. Sit with that anger. And allow that anger to be let go when you're ready and when it's ready. And it's okay if you're not ready right now. That's what this meditation is for. You can do this as often as you need during the new moon eclipse in Scorpio and after. Bring your awareness and your energy into your hands and your feet. Feeling that green energy in your heart going clockwise. Allow it to fill your head from the crown to your eyes. Allow them to soften even more. Your throat, your chest, down the spine into your left arm, your left hand, and then into your right arm and your right hand, all the way down into your abdomen, to your sacrum, your glutes, your left leg, left foot, your right leg, your right foot. If there's any tension, breathe into that tension, allowing it to release. If any emotions come up, that is okay. If you start coughing, that's okay. If nothing happens at all, that is okay. Just allow yourself to feel and to breathe into those tense and tension areas. Now, start wiggling your toes and your fingers, allowing your body to wake up and your soul to return to your body. Roll your shoulders backwards and forwards. Rotate your head from the right to the left and from the left to the right. Open your awareness to any smells, allowing the emotional, physical, and intellectual body to awaken, and the spiritual body. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Hello and welcome to Maximum Rising. My name is Stephanie and I'm here to support you recovering from religious and emotional trauma. So that meditation that we just did was much needed. Just explaining a little bit before we get into the new moon eclipse in Scorpio. So that was sage that was blowing. And sage is very, very good, as I've mentioned in past videos, to clear. If you have it, you can clear your whole house with it. You can clear yourself with it daily. And then we had the singing bowl, the sound bowl. Sometimes I do use those on my clients. They've had a really, really stressful day. I use it to help them to clear. And then after that, we had smoky quartz, which was in the shape of a little angel. And so smoky quartz is very great for taking out any daggers, like energetic daggers, swords, arrows away from you. And I was using the crystal with that first to make it even more powerful. And then the crystal, the clear crystal quartz is just great for everything. It can I find it can magnify other crystals that are used, and it's just really good. And I was doing some energy work with the crystal, writing and doing the figure eights and everything like that. Okay. Now, if you want to know what all that actually does in detail, can I explain that? No, but all I can say is that me and the universe work together, and that's how that all happened. All right. So why did I do all that? including, you know, the cord cutting and all that, because this is going to be a very intense eclipse. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, we have Saturn turning direct, which I thought it was going to turn direct next year, but it's just going to be moving out of Aquarius next year. So my bad for getting that wrong and misunderstanding the podcast I was watching, that I was pretty sure it stated that it was going to go direct next year. But it's going to go direct actually on the 23rd, which is when the new moon is going to start. Okay. And then, of course, we have that new moon on the 25th. We have a solar eclipse if you are on the East Coast. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see it. And then, not too far away from that, Mars is going to go retrograde. Okay. Now, remember from my last video, I stated that if you have a day chart and the horizon is your first house and your seventh house, your ascendant and your descendant. Okay, so if the sun is above that, then you are considered born during the day, or you have a day chart. Okay, but if it's below that horizon line, then you have a night chart. So if you have a night chart, Mars is going to work for you, and so is Venus. If you have a day chart, then Venus and Mars are not going to be your friends. But your friends will be Neptune, and your friends will be Jupiter. Okay. And that's for me, but of course, like I explained in my other video, it is actually opposing both of those. So that's going to be interesting for me. And so with Mars also being a ruler, a traditional ruler of Scorpio, guess what's going to come up more than likely for you? Anger. All right? Because Mars is going to take you back through those points and those things that you didn't want to look at. And you know, Scorpio, whether you're rising, moon, have a lot of planets in Scorpio in a house, or you're a sun sign in Scorpio, it's really going to magnify that for you. So whatever situations or anything that you're not willing to look at, it's going to come up. So, you know, it can be an argument with a significant other, a friend, or partnership. It could be an inner war, inner conflict within yourself. Whatever it is, because Scorpios, if we are not flowing with water, what happens to us? Well, we hold shit. All right? So if you're holding on to something inwardly and you're not letting it go, it's going to come out in anger. All right, I can definitely attest to that because I have had anger issues all through my life. And when I held it in and I finally let it out, oh, there was a hurricane. And everybody felt it because I've had it described that people knew what was about to happen because it was like the calm before the storm. And anytime you have a hurricane happen, that's exactly how it is. It's like the calm before the storm. There's a hurricane coming. You know it's coming. Maybe the news told you or whatever, but you don't know when. And somebody just says something, and it all just comes out. Okay? So it's going to be intense, and it is a partial eclipse that will be happening when the moon is at its peak and the new moon. Right now it's waning, but by the time you see this, I'm programming all of this so that way you see it on the new moon itself. Okay, so yes, it's going to be intense. And yes, I know. Usually you call things in and life is great and all that. And you can still do that. But that's why I did that meditation of letting go. Because first you got to let that shit go. You can call in all the things you want to call in, okay? And know that it's here because it is. The past, present, and future is here. I can prove it. Because just a few minutes ago, I just stated about my own chart and gave you an example that's past. Presently, here I am, right? Talking to you about the eclipse, which I just stated. And now we're about to talk about what you can do. That's future, Okay? Now, what can you do? What are some suggestions? So yes, still call in those things, but clear first. Otherwise, there are blocks. You are blocking yourself. So if you're in a relationship and you're not happy in it and you're not doing anything about it, yeah, okay, I get it. Yes, the universe can remove you from that. But if you're choosing to stay in it and you're not happy, well, either the universe can remove you from it and you fight the universe, or you remove yourself because you know it's not working. Because trust me, if you don't do this, it's going to happen for you. I know, it's happened to me several times this year. Okay, so after you remove all these blocks, even blocks you don't know about, ask the universe, your higher self, source, God, great spirit, Jah, whatever, to help you. Because there's no way we can all do this by ourselves, okay? Talk about it, write about it, whatever, burn it, or, that meditation, put it in that flame, let it burn, okay? So after we clear all these blocks, because that's essentially what they are, these things are blocking us. And if you have that old belief, from, Christianity that, I know I'm supposed to leave the situation, but God wants me with this person. No, if you are being physically, emotionally, and psychologically abused, that is not true. No, you are supposed to leave. You are. If you are people pleasing your way through this relationship, situation, whatever it is, that's you not wanting to let go of control, because you're like, okay, if I just please this person, then they'll give me what I want. That's not how it goes. I'm telling you. I used to be there. That is not how it goes. It's not. If you don't want to believe me, fine. Trust me. Some of us have to learn the hard way. I was one of them. That is not how it goes. You have to love yourself. You have to put yourself first and have a relationship with yourself. All right? If you don't love yourself, you cannot love someone else. If you don't know who you are and know your worth, it is impossible for you to know that other person's worth. If you have to do the work on yourself. This is why I do 21-day challenges, why I, get feedback from friends if I ask, or, if they ask me or whatever. Like, these are walls that our parents, that religion, that society has said, oh, this is what you have to do. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm telling you, don't. So, if you, and I've said this in other videos, if you do not listen to your body, because your body will tell you if something's not right, you will get sick. And drinking and drugs and all this other shit that people do to try to silence that voice, their body, is no longer going to work eventually. It's going to backfire on you. That's what's already happening. Like you see it in the news all the time. Okay, enough of that. So, you remove the blocks, you call in, whatever. And you don't even have to, like I stated in past videos also, you don't have to write things and burn unless you feel so called. You can just let it go. I've done that several times during this challenge, and by me doing that, I have seen my schedule change, okay? My local business is actually going to be stopped by the end of November. I'm moving, and funny enough, I'm moving during the new moon in Sag, which I didn't even know, right? So everything has happened in synchronicity for me because I just let go. The more you let go, and yes, it is scary. Yes, it is unknown. Yes, I'm a Virgo too. I have to know what's going on. But it's okay if you don't know. What will it look like for you if you just let I have to know go? What if you just look at it as a surprise? Just tap into that inner child. It's like, I'm going to be surprised soon. I don't know about what, but it's going to be a surprise. Right? And, even before I knew that Mars and Venus we don't get along because of when I was born, I'm okay with that because I look at it this way. You're allowing me to see within myself what I need to work on, and taking out people in my life that don't belong there anyway. You will see this if you're a massage therapist or a psychologist or doctor or whatever. You will see this in your customers or clients or what have you. I literally had a client that reminded me of my ex. Okay. The way he was built, everything, right? But because I shifted out of that, that client no longer comes to me. You are what you attract. Okay. So if you're doom and gloom all the time and you're just staying there instead of letting that go or allowing it to work through you, that's exactly the people you're going to attract. But if you're high vibe, after you let those things go, if you're high vibe, you know your worth, you love yourself, those are exactly the clients you're going to attract. I have seen it happen right before my eyes. That's why I keep changing clients, because I'm getting higher and higher and higher vibe. I'm not saying I'm not low vibe. We are sometimes. We got to go there sometimes. But after that, it leaves and you're right back in the higher vibration than you can ever be in. Okay? So, and you can use anger. If anger keeps coming up for you, use it to your advantage. Use it to motivate you. Mars does motivate. Mars does say, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, right? You can use that to your advantage with your day chart or night chart, okay? And, allow Jupiter to help you to expand. What else is it that you can improve on? What else is it that's possible, okay? And Neptune deals with dreams. Neptune deals with, look at where it is in your chart when you're born. Look at where it is now. If you're doing this on astro.com, click on in transits and you can see where everything is now, okay? And you can see, okay, how can I use this to my advantage? Because you can, all right? So what I love about astrology, it tells you what to watch out for, but it cannot predict your future. All right. So before you can do the work in any kind of relationship or any kind of situation, you have to be willing to do it with yourself. You have to be comfortable with yourself, be comfortable in your own skin. And I'm saying this from experience. Okay. So, yes. So what else am I feeling through this? Aside from anger, just a lot of chaos. It could be inner chaos. It could be outer chaos. It could be chaos that you're just observing around you. It could be chaos in the coworker, which I already kind of experienced, to be quite honest. So just observe it. There has to be chaos before things can settle. All right. And if you're a Scorpio, this is going to affect you. Yes, it is. But that's okay. So a question to ask yourself is, if you're holding on to something, whether it be something inwardly, a relationship or whatever, ask yourself why. What is it worth it to you to hold on? What does this person's situation make me feel? Okay, the remaining questions I'm going to be taking from the Moonology by Yasmin Bowen. I highly, highly recommend this book. If you live in Fredericksburg or near it, you can actually get this from Grove of Bright Blessings. And you can also get this, from Hay House. It's not that much if you get it from Hay House. And these are some inner peace questions. So, are you going through anything that involves such feelings, meaning being possessive or jealous? Which Scorpios are known for. So, are you going through anything that involves such feelings? Okay. Feel free to pause this so you can answer that question. And then the last one is a power struggle with someone, say. So if it's a feeling, is it a power struggle with someone? All right. So Scorpio has a dark side, which I can attest to because I was definitely a Gothic back in the day. up into my 20s. And so it was the whole belief that everybody has a dark side. We do. Everybody has a dark side because everybody has Scorpio chart. And I'm telling you right now, everybody has Scorpio in their chart from Aries all the way down to Pisces. It is all in your chart. You may not have a lot of planets in those places or placements, but we all have all 12 of them in us. Every last one of us. How do I know? Because the head is Aries, the neck and throat is Taurus. So yes, they represent different body parts and even different organs in the body, which I will get into in another video. But that is proof that we have all of them, okay? I don't care if you identify as being Leo. I'm Leo, I'm Leo, I'm Leo. That's great. But if you're a people pleaser, you're also a Cancer. And you may be a hint of Pisces. And you may be a hint of Libra because all three of them are known for that. Okay? Just saying. All right, so I'm going to start also a bit at the beginning about the new moon. So she says to get sexy. So this is after, you know, you've called in and all that. So you can get sexy. That's because Scorpio is the sign that isn't afraid of its dark side or of showing itself in an unguarded moment. Okay? So get sexy. Whatever that means to you. Whatever that means to you. So invest wisely. Financial partnerships also come under the new moon in Scorpio. In other words, where your money meets or works with someone else's. Some obvious scenarios include your salary, credit cards, and debts, as well as mortgages, wills, and inheritances. Which means that Scorpio would be, if we were to follow the wheel outside of your chart, it starts with Aries, and I believe Scorpio would be number 8. Okay, so that's why that's being brought up about finances. And then we have the inner peace. We already asked the questions. Don't reject this part of yourself. Always comes back to you. Rather, use the new moon and Scorpio energy coming through right now to make peace with it. Okay? So, no reason to beat yourself up about whatever you're angry about, whatever you're holding on to after you've let it go. You let it go, you move on. Okay, breathe. B-R-E-A-T-H-E. With all this Scorpio intensity, you won't be surprised to hear that the new moon in Scorpio is really a good time to deepen your relationships, sexual or otherwise. Just don't let your attraction to someone, friendship or sexual, become too obsessive. Again, there's that word. Go out and have fun. All right? Just go out and have fun. Go out with some girls, have fun. Go out with your guys and have fun. Whatever that looks like to you. Look at your actions, and if you know you're being compulsive, then deal with it kindly. Commitments made at the new moon in Scorpio usually have serious staying power. So, meaning if you're a business, this is a great time to raise the price if you have not done so already. Good time to promote your business. Good time to market your business. Also a good time for new clients to come in. Okay? Good time to start a new relationship. Good time to, and I mean any relationship. I don't just mean like a life partner thing. It's a good time to start something new is the point. Okay? Now, drop the grudges. Taurus and Scorpio are both known for holding grudges. It does not do anybody any good. It's going to make you sick. And then when you get sick because you're holding on to something, what's the next thing to come? A dis-ease. All right? This is also the time to ditch emotional baggage and drop grudges. These are toxic and destructive. And the new moon in Scorpio is the time to face up to them for what they are. Suspicions, guilt, and thoughts of revenge are also somewhat easier to deal with at this time. Sort them out. Life is too short. And karma is too much of a drag. Oh yes, karma is also scorpionic. Remember, the new moon is turning the corner time. Work on these parts of yourself once a year. Or whenever you feel like you need to work on them. Okay? So, just to recap, we're letting go, we're calling in, and we're loving on ourselves. We're being kind with ourselves, however that looks to us, okay? Those of you that can see the solar eclipse, enjoy it. It is a partial eclipse, but still enjoy it. I know it's going to be powerful. I'm already feeling the energy. I'm already seeing it affecting in my life, even though it's not even here yet, but I feel it. I really do. And I bet every Scorpio sun, ascendant, and moon, or someone that has it really prominent in their chart feels it too. So with that, please like, subscribe, and share. Know that you are loved. All right, you are so loved. Wherever you are on your journey, you are loved. I will talk to you soon.